It's Q&A time.
And I'm here. Okay, so Florence Foster says, what are your favourite salad dressings?
You make a snazzy one, don't you, with cashew nuts and apple cider vinegar?
Yeah.
Sometimes nooch.
Yeah.
You don't even need the nooch though, and it's like really cheesy, like creamy.
Yeah.
Tasting.
You can put a little mustard powder in and a little salt and pepper. Or you can just do it with tahini instead. Tahini, little water, apple cider vinegar.
Obviously we don't use oils, but if you're going to have any sort of a fat with the meal, typically nuts and seeds. So yeah, but yeah, oftentimes don't really use dressings or historically, so mostly just a little apple cider vinegar, you know, just different herbs, sort of herbs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, if you can get a nut in, that's a good way to get your healthful fats in, or some seeds. Good question.
I also like to just massage some avocado into leaves, that's really nice.
Oh yeah, a little tinker.
Plant-based powerhouse has a long question.
Oh.
Do you think there is a possibility that plant-based bodybuilders / sports performers will start to achieve greater results than meat-based competitors on a much larger, more mainstream scale within the next 10 to 20 years?
No, I don't think there's a possibility. It's happening. It's happening. You know, Kendrick Farris was the only American to make it to the Olympics for the weightlifting last year, and he set a new record for the country. So there's such a tiny amount of vegans in the world, but there are so many pro athletes now and on the world stage as well. So yeah, bang on, mate.
Kate says, I know you're very level-headed and calm usually, but have you ever lost your cool with a non-vegan during discussion, inspired by James Aspie's latest video?
The only time that really springs to mind was the time that guy suddenly got in my face and like lurched at me.
Oh, at the Activism event?
Yeah. Yeah, so if someone's like suddenly invades my space, and if they're being a bit sort of hot-headed, like my obviously defences go up, but I think that's just natural. But I don't know, what do you say? Can you think of?
I don't know, does she mean in terms of family and friends?
Yeah, I guess any of.
More at the start, I feel like we were a bit more insistent with the vegan message.
I think what happens is you can get frustrated because you know that what you're doing and saying, you know you're in the right, but sometimes perhaps we don't always have the language to really fight our corner, like especially if we're quite new vegans or just not well educated. So I think that can come from that. So yeah, lately, like, no, never really.
Yes, I agree. Queen Bee's Vegan TV says she missed you at Bristol Veg Fest, wanted to meet you there.
Oh, that's a shame.
What is your favourite type of training in the gym?
I don't know, I love bodybuilding. I love like the pain of it and the sort of warrior spirit, like fighting through, and the feel of it. But and I've always loved martial arts as well. So but I've never been a fan of real like cardio for cardio's sake. So yeah, I'll say martial arts and bodybuilding.
And she also says that she is a vegan PT with a new YouTube channel.
Oh, good job, ma'am. Yeah, we'll put a link in the description, and yeah, we'll check you out ourselves. Yeah, everyone go and check her out.
Dr. Strangelove V says congrats on 12k.
Thank you, my friend.
Are you currently involved with any vegan organisations? Are there any good ones you recommend joining?
So not really. I mean, we have a local vegan meet-up group called Norwich Vegans, which when we do, we meet up obviously. Sometimes we have a speaker, we share food, or we organise events, maybe Activism, or go to restaurants and things. I guess like the Vegan Society or Veganuary, places like that, they give great support, don't they?
Yeah, great. So that's the end of that.
That's the end of that chapter. Can you remember that from The Simpsons?
His name sounds good in your ear.
So
he's about to say something really
You're the he. Fruit Medicine says,
good name.
I've just started training again after taking a long time away from the gym. I wanted to share my journey in hopes of playing a role in inspiring others. Any tips for either transitioning my current channel or starting a fitness focused channel?
Oh, transitioning an already established channel. Yeah, I don't know really. I've never had to think about that. If you diversify, sometimes like you lose subs, or I don't know, maybe like do a bit of it, see how that goes. I mean, if people like you as a person, like maybe they'll stick around. Like, I don't know. I don't really know. Might be better to start a completely new channel and just offer your subscribers currently, I'm doing this as well. But yeah, starting a channel, it's the same old thing, isn't it? Like, collaborate, share your stuff on social media. It helps if you've already got a platform on there. It's hard to get channels started nowadays. Good on you for wanting to represent. That's what the world needs.
Raquel Williams says, hey, I love your channel. I'm vegan and I wanted to know how you feel about intermittent fasting. For me, I'm not a fan simply because I want to eat so much low calorie veg to get all the nutrients in, so it would be it'd be impossible for me to eat as much as I want in a small space of time. And I like the thought of the regular protein kind of drip feed through the day, like helping me recover from intense weight training sessions. However, all that said, I know people anecdotally, and actually a couple of my clients as well now, that are doing really well on it, and especially in terms of like fat loss and things, and feeling great. So it sounds counterintuitive to me. I've never done it, so I can't really comment, but I hear great things and some real high profile people are doing it, so yeah, go for it. JB Essential Fitness is saying well done on the 12k. How do you reduce gas side effects from after eating beans, lentils, etc.? Tried rinsing them until they are in an inch of their life, but not much better. Yeah. It just takes time for your body to kind of get used to it, but so maybe I'd say smaller portions for now and just slowly up it over time. That's about the main thing. As long as you're not eating, obviously you're not eating meat and stuff, so they're not getting stuck behind that in the colon and then fermenting. So I used to have a hard time with legumes, didn't I? Yeah. At first, I used to think, oh, I can't eat legumes, they make me really gassy, so I stopped eating them. But I learnt to, not have more than a can a day, and not even a can every day at first. And then after a while, I noticed that I was fine with it, and then now I can have a couple of cans a day. But your body gets used to these things. Like, it shouldn't be a problem for too long. Nadia Lim is saying congratulations as well. I'm just wondering, how can I lose the last few kilograms on a vegan diet? I eat quite healthfully, I don't restrict myself, and exercise almost every day. I strength train 2 times a week. I walk about 10,000 steps every day too, in addition to that. Also, while I'm technically not overweight, I would like to shift the last few kilograms. So from my perspective, I would say if you're not restricting yourself, that tells me that you're just eating whatever. And I mean, obviously you're eating all healthy stuff, but at some point it is calories in, calories out. So I would say just be a little bit scientific with it for a time. So for me, now towards the end of my cut, I've only got a few days left. I'm eating 3,000 calories a day. That's dropping me a pound of fat a week. If I was to eat 3,500 calories a day, I wouldn't be losing any weight. So it's just really being a little bit scientific, for a time. The Horny Vegan says, I've never seen that name before. Who's your favourite vegan YouTuber at the moment? Me! Well, if you don't love yourself, who else is going to love you? Okay. In all honesty, I just haven't got a favourite. I love anyone who's out there like trying to make a difference. So like Joey Cobb Strong, vegan geezer, vegan activist, all just the usual people you've seen me hang around with. Yeah, that's all I can tell you really. I'm sorry I haven't got a sexier answer than that. I think part of it is that we've been doing the vegan thing for so long now, and so there's nothing new to really like excite me particularly. I've really got into the YouTube creator channels, like, channels set up to help you with your YouTube game. Kind of expanded my consciousness. JSP Transformation is saying, do you keep an eye on the quality of proteins and amino acids, and do you change the macro ratios when cutting and bulking? So I just basically base my meals around
about a quarter of the meal is legumes, quarter is whole grains, half of the meal is veggies, and you just don't have to worry. It's just a non-issue. Or amino acids, like they're all in there. They're really on there. Obviously I've got a little nuts and seeds as well, but any essential amino acid originally came from plants. So as long as you're eating a range, obviously I eat a little fruit as well, it's all going to be in there. I have bunged it all into Chronometer because someone said, oh, vegan protein is low on leucine, and when I looked at it, I had about twice as much as they did. So when I'm bulking, I take in about 1.8 grams per kilogram of lean body weight of protein. When I'm cutting, I up that to 2 grams per kilo, and just steadily over the weeks I drop my carbohydrate down. So I start out my cut at about, or before my cut, I'm about 70, 15, 15 carbs, calories from protein, calories from fat, and now towards the end it's more like 60, 25 protein, 15 fat. So yeah, it's shifted more towards the protein. And I'll tell you a trick I do. I keep the volume about the same, but as I take the calories down, I put in more low calorie foods, particularly vegetables, just to like really bulk my food out. So I don't actually feel particularly hungry because I really stuff myself, but just the fact that, you know, my energy gets a bit low, you know, makes you want to hurry up and quit this cut and then get to training hard and have some energy.